Hey guys, just wanted to quick chat with you for a second here about some AP stuff. It's 12:30 in the morning. My sleep schedule is destroyed. So, all of my work I'm doing at this time of the night. So, if you notice like grammatical errors and things in my writing, that's why I'm really tired. But this is the only time of the night that I can get any of my work done when my kids aren't around. So, here we are. So I have been waiting kind of to have this conversation with you guys. Well, not all of you, because really this only pertains to about 10 of you. About the AP exam, which was slated to be taken at school towards the end of May. And with all of this happening, I've been like very worried about what's going to come from all of this, has every single AP teacher across the nation. I mean, I am following numerous forums and groups all pertaining to the AP stuff, and just like stalking the College Board website for information and guidance and advice on what to do here with us not seeing you guys for half of the month of March, all of April, and who knows what with the month of May. And so I wanted, like, they've been kind of rolling out things piece by piece and giving us a little bit of some information, but it wasn't until this Friday on April 3rd. We had a webinar where we learned pretty much everything that we needed to know about what the AP exam was going to still look like. And so I didn't really feel like it was a good idea to give my recommendation on what you do about the AP test until I knew all of the details, which I now know. So if you are somebody who did not sign up to take the AP exam, and meaning you didn't hand Ellen a check, or Mr. Basin a check, or Cam a check, or Jennifer a check to pay for your exam, then bye. You don't need to be here. And you can feel free to exit the video. For those of you who did do that, which there are 10 of you, who signed up to take the exam and paid for it. That's who I'm going to talk to right now. So, that being said, the test has been moved. The date of the test has been moved to May 20. It will be done at home. The fact that they're even offering the exam still with all of this is honestly astonishing to me, considering that the College Board owns AP and they also own the SAT. So I thought for sure when they canceled the SAT that all of the AP exams would be canceled as well. But they weren't. And so they're going to continue forward with them, but they're changing them drastically. And here's my dilemma. If I don't see you again until the exam, or best case scenario, we don't go back to school till May 1st, and we have a few days together before then, although, like, it's not going to be that many. I am not super comfortable with sending you in to take a $100 test when the last, like, 2.5 months before you took the exam, you haven't even been with your teacher. I'm not comfortable with it at all, in fact, as are most of the AP teachers are not happy with this. So you obviously need to make a decision on your own, right, with your family about what the best option is for you. You have two options. You can take the test, or you can get a 100% full refund back. Okay, those are the two options. And so if you decide that you're going to be somebody who says, yeah, I'm going to take the test anyways, that's fine. You're still going to have to, that money then is still gone. Okay. You still have to have paid for it. You've already have, but you won't get your money back. You'll take the test at home. It has drastically changed. So before, what would have been a 60-minute multiple choice test and then a 2-hour and 15-minute writing test is now going to be one 45-minute test, and that's it. The whole entire exam is going to be 45 minutes long. There is going to be 0 multiple choice in it, and it will be one single essay question. And I have been waiting until Friday. They released on Friday which essay question it would be out of the 3, and it will be the rhetorical analysis. Okay, so one good thing if you do decide to take the test is the rhetorical analysis is the primary focus that we've had. However, I'm still not comfortable with it, with you guys. And it's out of all 3 of the essays, it's the most difficult one, and it is the one that students score the lowest on across the board. Across the whole entire nation. It's always the lowest scoring essay out of the 3. So I'm a little frustrated with the College Board that they chose that one out of all of them. But there's really not a lot I can do about that. If you decide to take it, you'll get 45 minutes. You can handwrite it or you can type it. That's a totally new thing. We've never been able to type at all before. It's going to be really heavily monitored. You're going to have to take pictures of like so many different elements of what you're doing, let alone you're going to have to be making sure that you have internet, because you'll have the sign-on process of like accessing the test and checking in throughout it and then submitting your material immediately following it. It's going to be very strict guidelines. And so if you don't have great internet, that could be definitely an issue. If you have a lot of other things going on in your house, like siblings running around and whatnot, that's going to be also very difficult for you to like be focused in a one silent spot to do the work. It's going to take place, I think, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the 20th. So if you kind of think in your head at 1, what that time of the day looks like in your house, if we do happen to still be at school, or happen to be at home and not back at school at that point. So that's part of the dilemma that I have with it. Secondly, because of the nature of the test, the fact that the whole entire thing hinges on one single essay, and that's it, and in the drastic change with the exam, there are colleges who they don't know yet if they're even going to take the credit. And so that is extremely frustrating as well to me. I would want to know that like every school that I'm considering as an option is still going to take this credit that I'm paying for and working to pass, that it's going to be accepted. And I can't tell you that with certainty either. And neither can the College Board. So that's another dilemma as well. So, I mean, it's not great testing at all, great testing environment, being at home and knowing that you're going to have an entire exam hinging on one single essay that you write, and that's it. All of that combined is just, for me, is why I am giving the recommendation that those of you who signed up to take it this semester, that you get your full refund. And that's just my personal recommendation as teacher, and as like, that's what I would be doing with my kids if you guys were my children. Because I just feel like it's a really, really big gamble this year to do it. And so you're going to need to kind of make that decision, like I said, about what you do. I will tell you, because of the nature of remote learning, and the fact that like I am a full-time working mom at home during the day, with 3 little kids here at home, I have to be like really careful about what I'm having you guys work on, let alone the fact that the state has given us requirements that you're really not supposed to have like between 90 minutes to 120 minutes a week for my one single subject area, which isn't very much time. And there's just not a lot that I can do to honestly get you where you need to be by May 20 with the time that we have left and us not being together and the significantly smaller amount of time. So because of that, what I'm going to say is if you are deciding that you are going to still take the test outside of my recommendation, then what we'll probably have to do is I will probably share with you. The College Board has created live tutorials on YouTube to try to get students ready where they need to be for that essay. I mean, I've watched them. They've released them now, and I mean, they're okay. And that's going to probably be what I'm going to send you, because what our focus is going to be on, at least while we're doing our remote learning, is going to be reading our book and that we talked about, Immortal Life and 57 Bus, and then working on some argumentative skills. But because this is so new and foreign to all of us, like, I'm not going to test prep. That's just not what I'm going to do. The nature of what we're being asked to do by the state, well, not asked, being told from the state to do, just does not give me the courtesy to test prep with students for remote learning. So if you decide you want to do it, you need to make sure that you reach out to me immediately, so that I know and can give you resources on what you can do, since that's not going to be the focus of our energy here on the remainder of the school year, knowing what it looks like and knowing that so few people out of all of the class are taking the exam. I just want to be able to get you where you need to be so that you can be all right next year as you go to your senior year of English. So, I don't know. It's frustrating. I feel really bad. This is not ideal, and it stinks, and I hate it. I've never said to a group of students, you shouldn't take the test, ever. But I just feel like I'm sending you into a war zone that you're not ready for at all because of this huge change, let alone the fact that this test this year was already a huge change because it's a brand new test even before this that was going out this year that I still have yet to see and that they still have yet to release to all of us teachers. So I know it sucks that you guys are like the guinea pigs this year and that's the way it is, but that's the way it is. You can prep for it, and next year you could always take it again as seniors if you wanted to, or you could take it if you don't take it this year, and that's always an option too. There are numerous students at other bigger schools where their seniors take AP Lang or just take the test outside of the class, try to get the credit, and you can always do that as well. That's an option. So what I need you to do for me, for those of you who are signed up to take the exam, is to figure out what you want to do, because we have to know quickly so that we can make sure that you get all of your money back. So I need you to reach out to me. I need you to email me and let me know what your plan of attack here is, what you want to do. If you have questions and comments or concerns and you want to talk to me about it, please shoot me an email, shoot me a message under Mind, ask for me to talk to you on a Google Hangout, and we can talk about it one-on-one over video, and that might be easier. Whatever you need from me, I will do what I need to get you to feel comfortable with the decision that you're making. So let me know what you want to do. I'm sorry. This sucks. It's just like another thing that just makes all of this even worse. So I'm sorry. I feel like I'm letting you guys down. But it's kind of out of my control at this point. So I hope to hear from you guys soon with questions or emails on what your decision is. Bye, guys.